Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I'm Punita Bakshi with the Midday News. The headlines. 3 terrorists killed in an encounter with security forces in Kulgam district of Jammu and Kashmir. BSF foils infiltration bid along international border in Kathua district, gunning down one intruder. Congress Working Committee meeting underway in New Delhi to chalk out party's future strategy. Party President Rahul Gandhi calls upon Congress workers to fight for the oppressed. Bihar government introduces reservation and promotions for the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes personnel in its services. Supreme Court asks AIMS to formulate a national action plan by the 7th of September to curb growing drug menace in the country. Pakistan's Federal Investigation Agency declares former President Asif Ali Zardari and 19 others as absconders in a money laundering case. And in badminton, India's Lakshya Sen wins the Asia Junior Championships in Jakarta. In Jammu and Kashmir, 3 terrorists were killed in an encounter with security forces in Kulgam district this morning. The gunfight started after a joint unit of counter-terrorist security grid launched a cordon and search operation at Wani Mohalla Khudwani. Talking to reporters, State DGP SP Vaid said the slain terrorists were involved in the abduction and killing of a police constable, Mohammad Salim Shah, in Kulgam district.
ये 3 टेररिस्ट मारे गए, इन तीनों की बॉडीज रिकवर हुई, इनसे हथियार मिले हैं, जिसमें एक पाकिस्तानी आइडेंटिफाई हुआ है, मुआविया, वो लश्कर तैयबा से ताल्लुक रखता था और बाकी 2 लोकल हैं, उनका एक है सुहेल और एक मुदस्सिर है.
In another incident, the Border Security Force, BSF, today foiled an infiltration bid along the international border in Kathua district by gunning down one intruder. BSF sources told AIR that the troops guarding a post in Boboya area of Hiranagar sector observed suspicious movement close to the fence. The sources said the forces shot the intruder after he continued to approach towards the fence despite several warnings. IG BSF Jammu Frontier Ram Avatar will visit the area this afternoon to take stock of the situation. Still with Jammu and Kashmir, security forces launched a search operation in Lolab Valley of Kupwara district today following a terror attack on an army patrol. Security sources said unknown terrorists had opened fire upon a patrol party of the army in Khumriyal forest area this morning. There is no report of any casualty or injury in the attack. The first meeting of the newly constituted Congress Working Committee, CWC, is being held in New Delhi today to chalk out the party's future strategy. Addressing the meeting, Party President Rahul Gandhi asked CWC to fight for the country's oppressed. He termed the new committee as an institution comprising experience and energy and a bridge that joins the past, present and the future. Former party chief Sonia Gandhi said Prime Minister Narendra Modi's rhetoric is a sign of desperation. Former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh said doubling farmers' income by the year 2022 will require an agri growth rate of 14%, which is nowhere in sight. Mr. Gandhi had constituted the CWC last week. The new CWC includes 23 members, 18 permanent invitees and 10 special invitees. This is the first CWC formed by Mr. Gandhi after assuming charge of the party. The new CWC does not include senior party leaders like Digvijay Singh, Janardhan Dwivedi, Kamal Nath, Sushil Kumar Shinde, Mohan Prakash and C.P. Joshi. BJP President Amit Shah is on a day-long visit to Mumbai today. Mr. Shah will hold a meeting with Union Minister Nitin Gadkari, Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis and other BJP leaders later in the day. He will discuss a strategy for next year's Lok Sabha elections. The Bihar government has introduced reservation and promotions to the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes personnel in its services. 16% reservation will be given to SCs and 1% to STs. The decision was taken following an advice received from the Union Personnel and Training Department in the light of the orders passed by the Supreme Court on the 17th of May and the 6th of last month on a special writ petition. An official notification said such promotions would, however, be subject to further orders of the Apex Court. The 15th Finance Commission will be on a 4-day visit to Gujarat from today. During its visit, the Commission will hold interactions and meetings with the various state government officials. It expects to gain an in-depth understanding of the recent developments and future possibilities of economic growth and development in the state. More from our correspondent.
The commission led by the chairman N.K. Singh will have meetings with chief minister, ministers and other officials of the state. Detailed presentations will be made on the finances of the state government. Apart from the meetings and presentation, state government will also showcase its flagship programs to the commission. During the field visit, commission will visit Sardar Sarovar Dam, Statue of Unity and Gift City. The commission will also meet leaders of various political parties, representatives of trades and industries. There will be also an interactive session with urban local bodies and Panchayati Raj institutions. Bharat Devmani, AIR News, Ahmedabad.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. The Supreme Court has asked All India Institute of Medical Sciences, AIIMS, to formulate a national action plan by the 7th of September to curb the growing menace of drug abuse in the country, including by school-going children. We have a report.
A bench headed by Chief Justice Deepak Mishra made it clear to Additional Solicitor General Maninder Singh, representing the centre, that no extension of time would be granted to the government and AIIMS in formulating the policy, as the issue was of national importance. The order came on a PIL that said the 2016 verdict of the Apex Court on the plea of Nobel laureate Kailash Satyarthi's NGO Bachpan Bachao Andolan was not being complied with. While deciding on the NGO's plea, the Supreme Court had then issued a number of guidelines and asked the centre to formulate within 6 months the National Action Plan to curb rising substance abuse cases among school children. Swati Rakheja, News Desk.
The Home Ministry has purchased 5,000 rape investigation kits, which would be given to police stations across the country for speedy probe in sexual harassment cases. According to a senior women and child development official, for now, 5 kits each would be provided to randomly selected police stations, and states have been asked to chip in with their contribution. The official said each kit comes with a set of test tubes and bottles and costs 200 to 300 rupees. Women and Child Development Minister Menaka Gandhi had last week urged states to buy such kits and arm their police stations with them. The official said states have responded positively and the Haryana government has even approved their procurement. Jan Aushadhi Kendras, opened across the country to ensure availability of quality generic medicines at affordable prices, have brought smiles to people, especially the poor. Under the Jan Aushadhi scheme of the government, 3,214 Kendras have been opened in 33 states so far. In Tamil Nadu, the Kendras are resulting in substantial savings to the common man, as medicines are available at prices 50 to 90% less than the equivalent branded medicines. Here is a ground report from our Tiruchirappalli correspondent.
In Tamil Nadu, 274 Jan Aushadhi Kendras are functional at present. More than 700 medicines and surgical accessories are being made available in these stores. Soundararajan from Triparakundam says that the medicines for diabetics and hypertension, which he has to take regularly, are available at very economical rates at the Kendras.
I have to take medicines for sugar and blood pressure regularly. These medicines are now available at cheap rates at Jan Aushadhi Kendra. The services are very good and more medicine should be made available for common man.
Kumar from Pashimali said that he had undergone bypass surgery and the medicines used to cost about rupees 4,000 per month earlier.
I had undergone a heart surgery in 2006. The medicines I have to take daily used to cost 4,000 rupees per month. Now it's available at Jan Aushadhi Kendra at a very cheap price. This is a matter of great relief and happiness.
In the medical for thousands of patients like Kumar, essential medicines at affordable prices and good quality are the very lifeline of existence. This is Dr. K. Parameswaran for AER News from Trichy.
After 2 days of heavy rain in different parts of Odisha, the weather improved today. No rain has been reported since last night. However, the Met Office has issued warning of heavy rain at 1 or 2 places over the state in the next 24 hours. Our correspondent has filed a report.
The waterlogged areas of Cuttack, Bhubaneswar and Puri are coming to normal situation. In Cuttack, Municipal Corporation has engaged about 191 pump sets in waterlogged areas to drain out the water. In Kalahandi, the situation is becoming normal. There is no rain since last night. Worst affected Nabarangpur received marginal rainfall at different blocks. In Puri, on the event of Return Car Festival today, the number of devotees have reduced. The chariots of Lord Jagannath, Balabhadra and Devi Subhadra are ready for pulling. Sudham Sadara for AIR from Bhubaneswar.
Heavy rain lashed various parts of Delhi this morning, with the minimum temperature settling at 26 degrees Celsius, a notch below the season's average. The Met Department said 7.9 millimeters of rain was recorded till 8:30 a.m. It has forecast more rain for the rest of the day. Pakistan's Federal Investigation Agency, FIA, has declared 20 suspects, including former President Asif Ali Zardari, as absconders in a 35 billion rupee money laundering case. According to local media reports, the FIA submitted a document of the case in a court yesterday, naming the Pakistan People's Party co-chairman, his sister Faryal, his close aide Hussain Lavai, and a famous banker, among others, as absconders. Lavai was arrested by the FIA earlier this month in a case in which he is accused of helping facilitate the opening of 29 fake accounts in Summit Bank, Sindh Bank and United Bank Limited. According to a police complaint, billions of rupees were deposited into the fake accounts and subsequently transferred to other beneficiaries, including Zardari and his sister's company, the Zardari Group. In Syria, about 800 members of White Helmets Civil Defense Group and their families have been evacuated from southwest region, where a Russian-backed government offensive is underway. The members of the group, which operated a rescue service in rebel-held parts of the country, were taken to Jordan via Israel. In a statement, the Israeli military said it completed a humanitarian effort to rescue the members due to an immediate threat to their lives. It said the evacuation came at the request of the United States and several European countries. On to sports now. Rising Indian shuttler Lakshya Sen bagged a gold medal today by lifting the Asia Junior Badminton Championships in Jakarta, Indonesia. Placed 6th, Lakshya stunned local favourite and top seed Kunlavut Viditsaran in straight games 21-19, 21-18 in the final. The 16-year-old had defeated China's second seed Li Shipeng and fourth-placed Iksan Leonardo Emmanuel Rombe of Indonesia en route to the summit clash. A total of 734 youngsters were shortlisted today for scholarship under the Khelo India Talent Development Scheme. The scheme is a unique program to nurture sporting talent. Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Rajyavardhan Rathore said transformational changes have been introduced into Indian sports. He pointed out that "Catch them young" is no longer a slogan but visible in government's action. The mascots for the Tokyo 2020 Olympic and Paralympic Games were named during a ceremony in the Japanese capital today. The Olympic mascot, a blue-checked, pointy-eared figure, was named as Mirai Tova, combining the Japanese words Mirai, meaning future, and Tova, which means eternity. Its Paralympic counterpart, who is pink-checked and wears a cap, was named Somaiti, after a variety of cherry blossoms called Somayo Shino. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. 3 terrorists killed in an encounter with security forces in Kulgam district of Jammu and Kashmir. BSF foils infiltration bid along international border in Kathua district, gunning down 1 intruder. Congress Working Committee meeting underway in New Delhi to chalk out party's future strategy. Party President Rahul Gandhi calls upon Congress workers to fight for the oppressed. Bihar government introduces reservation and promotions for the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes personnel in its services. Supreme Court asks AIMS to formulate a national action plan by the 7th of September to curb growing drug menace in the country. Pakistan's Federal Investigation Agency declares former President Asif Ali Zardari and 19 others as absconders in a money laundering case. And in badminton, India's Lakshya Sen wins the Asia Junior Championship in Jakarta. And with that, we end the midday news.